Okay. So Elizabeth says, basic knowledge of investment, to learn about how, when, and what to invest in, irrespective of my income level. To invest in stock as a salary earner. Don't worry, I'm also a salary earner. We're in this together. Learn how to invest as a beginner. This is going to be really as simple as possible. One of my bad habits is simplifying things, so it's going to be as simple as possible. Toby says, debunk investment myth and learn the basis of investment. Ola Peju says, to learn, I can't find Ola Peju. Okay, I found it. To learn and gain insights on investment at different levels, irrespective of your income. Bolo Atifa says, at the beginning, I want to spread the goodness of investment as a first. Oh my God, I love you already. And then Marian says, need to learn how to invest in stock market, how to invest, when to invest, to learn the basis of investment, to how to diversify my portfolio. Beautiful, beautiful general knowledge on investment and how to apply this knowledge. So trust me, we're going to touch on a lot of all of these things. And we're going to walk through the things that you should know, things that you should take note of, things that you should pay attention to when it comes to your investment, right? So, or when it comes to building wealth. One of the reasons why, oh my word, give me a quick moment. Uh-oh. Okay, thank you very much. Toby, please, can you help out? Thank you. I need to do something else. Okay. So if you need to unmute your mic, you'd have to take permission, except you're a co-host going forward. So Oyemi says, or rather, Damilola says, I always wanted to invest, but I don't know how to go about it. And thank goodness, thankfully, you're here. And these are, or rather, this is the crux of today's conversation, talking about investment in general, talking about starting with whatever you have. So quick story is I was going through the stats on my IG page that has like 35K followers, I think. And I saw that most of the people that follow me are within the ages, like over 50%, like 50% of people that follow me are within the ages of 24 to 34. So literally everybody or most of the people that I would be relating with, most of the people that I will be talking to, most of the people that I would have interactions with are people that are most likely at the beginning of their careers. They're only outliers who are Gen Zs that are literally earning good money. Like a lot of people are still earning below a million naira, around 500K. And then the majority of us, we that we know ourselves, were earning less than 500K. So this this is one of the reasons why I decided that we need to have a conversation around money. Simply because it's a very important conversation. When I do research, when I talk, oh, I think this is too high. Okay, so when I do research, when I talk to people, when I evaluate a couple of things, at the end of the day, I typically end, don't worry, that's fine. I typically end up with having to distracted. So at the end of the day, I typically end up with having to show people that you can actually start with whatever you have. You can actually start from wherever you're at. I like to use the example of 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira is not a lot of money to a lot of people, right? To a lot of us, we would spend 5,000 naira every other day. To a lot of us, we would spend 5,000 naira in 2 days, in 3 days. This same amount of money, if kept aside for a period of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, it becomes something substantial. And let's say currently you're not earning a lot of money. that is absolutely fine. In another couple of years, you will be earning a lot of money. But if you do not know what to do with your 5K right now for it to bring you more money, by the time you have 1 million, by the time you have 100 million, by the time you have 50 million, what happens is the same way you did not manage that 5K where right now, in another 10, 15 years, you're still going to make the same sort of mistake. You're still going to make the same sort of errors with your 100 million, with your 15 million, with your 1 billionaire, right? So I'm going to share my slides currently, and you're going to confirm if you can see my slides. Okay. I'll let you know once it's sharing or once it's rotating to share. Okay. Okay. So okay, so please confirm. Okay, so please confirm that. Uh-oh. Please confirm that you can see my slides. I'm going to check the chat now. Yes, so 1 yes is enough. Let's move on. So quickly, like I said earlier, welcome to this particular conversation. I think we've done a lot of that already. By the end of today's session, you're going to have the knowledge that you need as a person to make smart investment decisions for yourself, to make more like informed decisions for yourself. I need, or rather, I would employ each and every one of you here to try to stay to the end of today's session, because at the end, I have a gift for people that stay to the end. I have a gift for everybody that is in today's session. And most importantly, at the end of today's session, let me tell you for now, at the end of today's session, you're going to be getting something that I have never done before. I'm going to be giving out something that I've never done before. Pretty much also giving you an offer around you getting better with your finances. So please and please try to stay to the end. Please don't worry, you're going to stay to the end. I believe you, right? So for you to get the best out of this session, you need to be sure that you do not have any sort of distractions around you. You want to also be very certain that you have your notepad, you have your earpiece, you have your biro, and you take note of your questions along the way. I think there's a question box somewhere around the chat. You want to put your questions there. If you're not going to be using the question box, I'm going to go through the chat later on, and I'm going to answer as many questions as possible. So let me know. Let me know. Are you ready for us to start this session? Yes or yes? Are you ready for us to start this session? I want to see your comments in the chat. I want to see your comments in the chat. I've not seen any yes, so okay, yes and yes. Beautiful. I love the energy already. So I'm here to tell you that can you see how this hand is pointing? The way my finger most likely pointing at the camera right now. You do not need millions to start investing. And I'm tired of saying it over and over again. I feel like I sound like a broken record at this point in time. I've said it, I've made posts, I've used my mouth, I've used text, I've used bureau, I have tried every method possible, and I would not stop until as many people as possible, until I hit my target, to be very honest. People know that you do not need millions of naira to start your investing journey. You can start with what you have. You can start right now where you're at, right? So I have a question though. Has anybody here tried to invest money before and lost the money? Please, let's be honest. CBS was not long ago. MMM is just like a decade ago. I think there are other ones that have come up along the way. So I want to know. You don't necessarily have to tell me how you've lost money, but I want to know, have you ever tried to go into any investment at any point in time and you have lost money before? Yes, no, I know somebody. I like the I know somebody because you can say, I know a friend. It can be you that is the friend, but we don't need to know that you are the friend, right? So I want you to respond. So Elizabeth says yes. So do you have a friend? Do you know anybody that has invested just in case? Sporting does not count. So please, sporting is not investment. Gambling, sporting, those are not investment. Those are what the names imply. Betting and gambling. Two entirely different things that do not count as investment. So there's a no, there's a lot of yes. And that's absolutely fine because everybody has different journey. And then there's another category of people I'm talking to. Which of you right here, right now, has been planning to start their investing journey? Like, you said you're going to start investing in 2025. You said you're going to start investing in H2. You said you're going to start investing in Q3. We're already in Q4, by the way. But somehow, you have not started. So who here has been planning to start their investing journey for months, for weeks, for years? Divine is planning, yes, from 2026. Yes, from 2026, there are a lot of people that have been planning. And I know that feeling, or I know that situation where, okay, it's very good to plan. But if you plan for too long without taking action, without doing things that you need to do, then there is a problem. So someone says, I started 2025. That is so beautiful, right? So today's session is going to go in 4 parts, 4 very, very simple interactive parts. First things first, we're going to be doing some opening. We're going to be doing some learning, some uncovering. What do we need to know to start our investing journey? What are the things that we need to have in place? Then we're going to move to planning, like with examples that you can actually right now use to start your investing journey. I mean, today, or not today, Sha. Okay, you can download the apps. On Monday, you can start, like literally, right? Then when we're done with the plan, you can then literally start. And I'm going to now have like an offer, something I'm going to be sharing with you that I think each and every person here would definitely be interested in. This one, I am very sure for the going forward part, for the next phase, which is like the 4th part, everybody here is going to be interested in doing this. I promise you, I know you are going to be interested. But before we go ahead into, oh, let's start investing, oh, let's start planning, oh, let's start uncovering, let's start learning, I need you to know who is talking to you. So you can have a good idea. And so you can have like what I say, context, so they can listen, so that film that you are watching right now, instead of listening to me, you will pause it. Because I know some people are watching Korean movie. Sorry to people that love Korean films, but anyways, that being said, my name is Oluchukwu Chadika, as showing on the screen, right? And I started making money. Somebody is writing on my screen. I started making money when I was in primary school. I started my first business when I was in primary 4. I remember vividly arbitrating lollipop. It wasn't arbitrating then, I don't know that kind of big English. But yeah, I literally sold lollipop when I was in primary school. And then I realized I didn't exactly like products. I still do not like products, even as much as I've tried doing a lot of product-based businesses. And then I found what I liked. Service, talking, everybody's happy, right? And I, as a person, I'm naturally inclined to save money. So if you decide that now, ask me for my account number, I send it to you, and you send me money that, oh, I dash you this money, best believe that a portion of that money is going to be saved. It is a huge problem, just in case you think it's a good thing. It is also a problem. And I save consistently, consciously, unconsciously, whether I want to, whether I don't want to, I'm always saving money, right? And okay, yeah. And in a way, I don't know how my family members found out. I don't know how my friends found out. But I got a lot of people always asking me questions around, what should I do with this business? Should I start this business or should I not start this business? Should I do this? Should I not do that? And these questions I would answer. And when I would answer, they would implement. For those that would implement, then they will come back and they will tell me, oh, this worked. This actually worked. And I think after a while, and a couple of years later, I keep missing up the timeline because I noticed all of this happening from 2015. I didn't do anything about it until 2020, where I'm like, okay, I would always just start doing something, right? I'll do something that I like. I'll do something that if you wake up in my sleep and if you ask me a question, I can answer any money question at any point in time, even if I'm sleeping inside my dream. So I decided to start a financial literacy company, but something prompted me to start that company, and I'm going to, which is your personal finance girl, and I'm going to be sharing that with you people very soon. So let me see. I lost a lot of my money. Let me just even tell you the story. So in all of this, I went to school, graduated, came back, was a big girl. And I'm like, as a big girl, because I know how to save money, I know how to make money, the next big girl move to make is to invest. And that was where all of my problems started from, in trying to learn to invest. And in all of my trying to invest, you should hold your keypad close, because I want to ask you a question. Guess what happened to me when I carried all of my life savings? I mean, all of my life savings. I mean, all the money that I had ever saved. I just go and invest it in one investment because someone told me that, oh, this investment is good. Guess what happened to me? You should tell me in the chat. Can you tell me what happened? Tell me. I'm checking the chat. You lost it. Yes, I lost each and every one of it. There was not one naira that came back to me. I lost all of that money, all of it. So I did not start this journey being an investor as an expert. I did not start with knowing everything. I started by actually losing money. I started by throwing myself under the bus. And then I had to start my investing journey all over again with 5,000 naira. And it's been well over 7 years that I started my investing journey again with my 5K. Guess who has more than 8 figures? So now you are going to tell me what 8 figures is. Guess who has more than 8 figures in her investment portfolio? More than 8 figures in her investment portfolio. You can just use 8 zeros, write 0 8 times, like count zero, so you can have an idea with what I started with my 5K. With what I started again after crying, picking myself up with my 5K. So you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. And currently, I'm now invested in well over how many asset classes? Tangible and non-tangible, right? But then think about things you can touch. Think about things that you cannot touch. I have it. And because I had to start all over again, I had to do a lot of reading, a lot of researching, a lot of asking questions that there are not a lot of people to ask, because most of the resources are still tilted towards towards America, towards Europe. Like a lot of these resources are still tilted towards that. And I've gotten myself certified by the Central Bank of Nigeria to be a financial literacy trainer, because I have decided that because I lost money, you don't have to lose money. Because I lost money, you do not have to make the same mistakes that are obviously, the mistake I made was obviously avoidable, right? And I have learned from my mistake. I've picked myself up, and now I'm helping people to get better. So now just look at this next slide that I'm going to share now. This is what people who have worked with me before have to say. From thank you so much for yesterday's session. This is what I'm reading now. It was honestly delivered so well delivered rather. You have a gift of making complex financial topics easy to understand while keeping everything detailed and practical. I appreciate how clearly you broke down stock selection for the first time. I actually feel confident about knowing what to look for when choosing what to invest in. This is someone who has attended a class before that I have coordinated. And then someone comes again and says, hello, coach. Good afternoon. I totally enjoyed yesterday's session. You broke down everything in bit, and it was very understandable and interesting, especially with the notion that investment classes are usually boring. And you are here with me. You're going to stay here for another 30 minutes. So be ready to laugh, to smile, and to get some knowledge and some nuggets. Each module was different level of learning. It was an eye opener. That's what about inflation. That's what about how it was intertwined, and how inflation removes your savings, destroys your savings in literal terms, right? And then another person comes and says, this is literally the most detailed class and slides I've seen on investing. And I mean detailed, like it's explained very well and anyone can understand. Thank you. These are people that have encountered me. This is my little portfolio. And now I'm going to take you through a very quick journey on how you, as the person listening to me right now who will stay to the end is going to get better and start their investing journey with whatever income, with whatever amount of money that they have, right? Because most people do not start their investing journey because of three major things. You're either thinking, oh, I'm scared to lose money, so I'm not going to start. Or you're thinking, I don't know what to pick. A lot of things are here. If you go to the Nigerian stock market, you're going to see a lot of companies there, over 100 companies. If you go to the US stock market, you're going to see over, if you go to the fixed income, if you go to Treasury bill, there's just a lot of things. If you check out mutual funds, confusion. But most importantly, I feel like a lot of people do not start investing because there's no plan. So you just say, okay, I'm going to live on vibes. Oh, my 100K salary is not enough, so I'm not going to invest. Meanwhile, you could be investing in yourself. Meanwhile, you could be upskilling. Meanwhile, you could be buying stocks of 1K, 5K. And guess what? Whether you invest or you not invest, that 100K is still gonna finish. So whether you invest or you not invest, that 1 million that you're earning is still gonna finish. So a lot of people think that you need a lot of money and you're scared of losing that money. So you rather squander the money doing what does not even align, doing what does not even pay you at all. And the truth is that you can actually start with whatever you have. And I am a living example, a living proof of you can literally start with 5K. Like I had to start again with 5K. And if I was to start all over again right now, I'm sure I'm going to start with 1K. Me, I will go low. If this world or life has said they want to go low, I'm gonna go lower. Right? Because when you start with a small amount of money, you're reducing your risk. Imagine you're investing, or you were like me, who did not have like a clear understanding of what I was investing in. And I decided to go with all of the money that I had, and I lost all of that money. If I had started with 5K, or let's say I started with 10K, or bad as the bad, let's say I started with 100K. If I had lost that 100K, it wasn't going to hurt as much as when I invested money that I was not willing to lose, invested money that I was not willing to trade path with. So the smaller you start, the better for you. So just in case you are thinking, right, that you need to start with a lot of money, I'm here to tell you that you do not. And if your money is not growing, you're just saying, okay, I'm going to save some in my piggy vest, I'm going to save some in my carry wise, I'm going to save some in my bank account. You're shortchanging yourself, because whatever money is not growing, it is consistently and will continuously shrink. Whether you decide to run to the UK, or you decide to go to US, or if your money is not growing, it is shrinking. There is something called inflation, and I'm going to ask a question and I need you people to answer me. The 100K that you had in January 2025 and the same 100K that you have in October 2025, will that same 100K be able to buy you the same quantity of things right now? Quick one. I have no, no, no. Simple. Simple. Like it is simple. You've answered the question. This is the only reason. If you do not have any other reason, maybe you don't want to blow, maybe you don't want to be like $10, because me, I want to blow and I want to have bastard money. Maybe you don't want any of those things, so, but for the singular reason that your money will continue to reduce in value if you do not invest, is the reason why you need to start investing, no matter how little it is, and in no matter what asset class you can find yourself. So what does investing really mean? I've been shouting investing, investing, investing. What exactly is investing? Investing is you sending your money on an errand to go and bring you more money. I'm sure you would have been expecting me to say the thing that is on Google. Investing is you as a person, you as Bola, you as Mary Rose, you as Taiwo, you as Shay, you as Zainab, sending your money, your small 2 kobo, your small 2 naira, to go and bring you more money. There is no other way to explain it. There's no other way to put it. It is you just telling your money that I have this amount of money and I want you this amount of money to not only pay my bills, but to go and bring me some change. I made a post, I think 2 or 3 days ago, or I think maybe even today, about how when I received my first dividend, I received dividend of about 1K, 1, 2, very tiny amount of money. It was inconsequential. It could not do anything, to be very honest. Okay, maybe it could buy airtime. But that money was so small. But the thing about that money was I did not work for it. I literally just put money in an investment asset, and on a particular day, a beautiful bright day, I received a credit alert. They did not dash me that money. It was not urgent 2K. It was money that I had sent on an errand to go and bring you more money. And you see, each and every one of you here can do that exact same thing. Like, it's not rocket science, right? So you have to tell your money to go and bring you more money. That is investing. So I did a quick example. I had to do a screenshot because if I decide to do it live here, we're going to waste a lot of time, about how if you decide by yourself that you're going to be keeping 10,000 naira aside every single month, and it's probably going to be in a mutual fund that does around, like, say 20% per annum on an average, because mutual funds do up, it does down, no matter the amount in percentage. The percentage is not static. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you, as a lucky person, as a smart guy, sharp babe, you decide to put your 10K every single month for 10 years. Your 10K, that 10K that is not enough for monthly data. That 10K that you cannot use and do surprise for somebody. That same 10K that will not be enough to act as your transport if you're going to work every single day. That same 10K is going to grow to 3.1 million, almost 3.2 million naira in 10 years. Now, I know that somebody just said inside their head that, what is 3 million naira? What is that money is too small for me. But guess what? There is you right now that does not have 3 million in your account. And then there's somebody that will not tell me 10 years is too far. How can I wait for 10 whole years to make ordinary 3 million? And then there's you that will not do anything. That will still come and meet me in 10 years' time. No, you're not going to come and meet me. We will not allow that to happen. But then there's you that in another 10 years, whether you like it or not, you're going to be here. All of us are going to be here in 10 years' time. And then there's me that would have been keeping my 10,000 naira away, and I will have 3 million. And then there's another person that will say 10,000 naira is too small. I cannot keep it away. That will have nothing. So I want to ask you now, 0 naira or 3 million, which of these numbers are you going to choose? If they tell you to choose, tell me the truth. Which of these figures are you going to open your eye now and say, no, it's 0 naira I want, or you're going to say it's 3 million as I want? I'm saying 3 million everywhere. The simple formula is that 10K that doesn't really mean much to you right now. That 10K that's not going to sort out any proper bill for you. That 10K that once you withdraw 10K from POS, that's down to 1,000 naira. That same 10K, if you keep it in probably a mutual fund, probably in a stock, probably somewhere that is going to, in an asset that's going to generate some value, is going to become 3 million in the same 10 years that all of us are going to be here to talk about this again. Right? So I'm going to share with you the simple formula that we are going to be using throughout this conversation, that you are going to be using when you're thinking about investing. But before I share my formula, who is following? Oh? Are you getting value? Should I close shop? All of us should go and sleep. Let me know. Joel is following. Only one person is following out of almost 100 of you here. Value, following. Thank you. So let's go on to the next phase of this particular conversation, right? Which is the wealth formula. And it's just a very simple, I just whipped it up. It's very, very simple. It's a 4-step thing. And it goes like this. You earn, you save some, you invest some, and then it continues to grow. Very simple. You earn, you save some, you invest some, and it continues to grow. So now you might be asking me, what amount of money, if I earn 100K, what amount of money am I supposed to be saving? Or am I supposed to be investing? Or are you trying to tell me that you're not in Nigeria? Are you trying to tell me that all these things that is happening in this economy, you're not seeing it? I am seeing it. I am seeing it, and one thing I know is it is not going to stop. So I have decided as an individual that likes soft life, that knows what I want for myself, that I know that it doesn't matter whether I'm broke right now, I'm going to be rich later. I'm going to set the foundation for myself for a better life. And how am I going to set that foundation? I'm going to ensure that I'm always earning. I'm going to ensure that I'm always increasing my income sources. I'm going to ensure that I'm saving, because a lot of people will argue with me now that, but saving does not fight against inflation. I will now come back to you again with the same thing that says, if at the beginning of the year you decided that you wanted to be saving 10,000 naira every month, that same 10,000 naira that is not a lot of money. By now, we're in October, you have 100K. 100K that you could have decided to do anything that you want to do. You can't tell me that 100K is too small to invest. Or is 100K too small to invest? Is 100K too small to invest? Tell me. I want to know. It's not. But if I tell you to keep 5K every month, or I tell you to keep 10K every month, somebody is going to tell me that it is too small. So if you are able to save a little bit of money, what that does for you is, one, whenever you have emergencies, which is why it's very important for you to have an emergency fund before you even think or ideate that you want to invest. You need to have an emergency fund in case anything happens. Let's say your source of income is your laptop. Your laptop now decided that it will just wake up and break. Let me even give you a gist that you not ask me for. That was how last year in October, I think in one of the weeks, my phone just went off. I think I was using it, and then it went off. My iPhone 13 Pro Max. Nothing was wrong with it. I did not have issue with it. Me and the phone did not quarrel. It was in the middle of the day. We were having a conversation with ourselves, and it stopped working. And I took it to the engineer, and they're like, sorry, Mao. It's as if this phone have go. It is a motherboard issue, meaning I had to change my phone. Money I did not plan to spend. This is the same phone that has all of my videos, all of my content, everything that I do literally on my iPhone, yeah? You think that is enough for one young lady? I think a week later, exactly a week later, I was going to the office. I packed my bag. I slept at 2 a.m. I woke up in the morning. I resumed work at 9, and I got to the office by 9, and I opened my laptop, my darling MacBook. My screen was broken. Like, I think that one happened on Friday, then next Friday. And I looked to myself and I said, wow, you must be a rich woman. Two of my major devices gone. Now, if I did not have savings, this is what would have happened to me. I would have had to go and do Bambiala. There was no way out of it. If I did not have savings and I had investment, I would have had to go and liquidate my investment, because what kind of big year am I doing? I don't have phone, I don't have laptop. What kind of life is that? So this is why I say, or I would always say, you need to save for number one, emergency, things that you do not plan for. For number two, things that you plan for. You see that birthday that you want to have. You see that your friend you want to surprise, your boo. You can actually save towards giving somebody something. You can actually save towards a down payment for your house, a down payment for your car, a down payment for that new phone, or even a down payment so that you can literally just even get the phone and pay the balance as days go by, right? So it is dependent on, sinking funds are dependent on what you want to achieve, that goal that you have that you can see in front. You save towards it, or you save towards emergency. Once you have hit your target of saving towards emergency, you do not have any other business saving money except you deplete your emergency fund. Your next business is building your investment aggressively. Is it that you're investing in your professional career and you want to take that certification course, maybe that HRO course, or maybe that what those project management people, those graphics people, that next thing that by the time they see it on your CV, they know that and this one did not come to play. That's an investment. You can literally have money put in a particular account to achieve that. Or you can go the traditional way of you want to invest in specific assets. You want to invest in specific assets. And we're talking about stocks, we're talking about fixed income, we're talking about mutual funds, we're talking about real estate, we're talking about things that you can see, gold, land, houses, things that you cannot see, stocks, bonds, treasury bill, different sort of financial instrument, commercial papers, whichever you decide to go ahead with, you can actually do that. And you can do this through investing. Still on our wealth formula, as you are investing, as your money is going up, as your income is increasing, as you're getting dividends, as you're getting capital gains, as long as it is not your exit strategy to leave that investment, the next thing you're supposed to be doing is reinvesting so that that money can grow and can grow as fast as possible. You would hear people like Warren Buffett, where they will talk about, oh, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world, where your money that you've earned will come and earn you more money. That is it. That is it. So we're going to walk through simply, very fast, through types of investment, right? Different type of investment that you as an individual right now, you where you are at, can start, right? So for fixed income, you may not be able to get things around 5K, but you see for stocks, mutual funds, real estate, you can start with that your 5K. That your 5K that you have in your account that you don't know what to do with it, go and buy stocks, go and buy mutual funds, go and buy some real estate, fractional real estate, go and buy yourself, or no, go and invest in a high yield savings account so you can be earning sweet money for free. See, there's nothing sweeter than dividend. There's nothing sweeter than capital gain. See, I don't think there's anything in this world can be sweeter than money that you did not work for, money that you did not beg for, money that you just saw because you were strategic, money that you just saw because you decided that you wanted to be a different person, right? So you've probably heard about treasury bills, you've heard about these things. So how do they work? Right? How exactly do they work? So depending, everybody here is different. I promise you. Everybody in this room, everybody here is different. I like different things. You like different things. And at the end of the day, everything that we're going to be doing cannot and will not be the same thing. So if you're someone who is just starting out and you're like, I'm not like YPFGO. I don't want to trade all of my hard-earned money. I don't want to trade all of my hard-earned money and invest in what I do not understand, or invest in something that my money might not come back, then you have no business doing high risk. You have no business doing medium risk. You are meant to stay under something that is really conservative and really safe, that's just going to ensure that your money is fighting against inflation. You have no business going into things like cryptocurrency, things like Forex, things like individual stocks, right? So you could stay in the area of fixed income, treasury bills, what are their names? Bonds, all of those things, perfect for you because you know that your capital, your interest is going to come back the way, oh, that was wrong. The way that you put it, you know that, okay, oh, bad as the bad, if the money reduces, that the interest is going to reduce. It's not that my capital will reduce. And then if you're someone who is like, it's either we go hard or we go home, we're team high risk, then please go ahead and do the whole stocks, do the whole crypto, do the whole agriculture, do alternative, be a VC, venture capitalist, do all those kind of things. High risk, high returns. But one thing I always like to say is it doesn't mean that because it's high risk, it's going to give you high returns. Some of them, their head is done because of their volatility, right? However, the things that you right now, everybody right here, is meant to do, can do, should be doing, which is mutual funds. Because mutual fund is you going to invest your money in a basket of investment. So I like to use, I think my latest example for mutual fund is you want to eat fruit salad, but both of us know that you don't have 5K to go and buy fruit salad. But you know that the fruit vendor does fruit salad, and the person puts it in a plastic plate. So instead of you to go and buy bunch of banana. Sorry, help me out. My laptop is not showing. Sorry, excuse me. So instead of you to go and buy a bunch of banana, instead of you to go and buy a bunch of pineapple or a bundle of pineapple, you decide that, okay, you're going to, something is wrong. Okay, I'll let you know when it's working. It's not working. Okay, so you decide to go and buy that fruit salad. So there's pineapple, there's pawpaw, there's banana, there is apple. Instead of buying all of those things that you'd have spent probably 111K, you just go and meet the fruit vendor. You get your beautiful bundle of fruit salad, which is pretty much a mix of everything for like 1K. That is how mutual funds work. So asset managers, fund managers put together different assets together so that you as an individual, you don't exactly have to do any of this work by yourself. You don't exactly have to go and be doing the reading, the picking. Yeah, the reading, the picking, thank you. The reading, the picking, the investment, the risks, they've done it all for you. All you have to do is just bring your 5K in most cases. Bring your 5K and you're either going to be earning capital gain or you're going to be earning capital gain and dividend as well. And then there's the part of real estate. So this is one that all our parents love. Our parents love to build house, love to buy land. It's not the same in our generation anymore, but I don't discourage it because me too, I like land, I like house. So if you're thinking about long term, in fact, there's a stat that most of the richest people in the world have real estate, like for free. They have real estate, and it is one way to actually bump up your net worth without doing a lot of work. If you get a good location in a couple of years, I think it was because Oshika that was giving it, she was doing a video where she said she bought this land in the early 2000s around like maybe 17 million or small money. And then now it's over a 1 billion naira worth, like the value of that, the land, the building on it. So it is one way to bump up your net worth without doing a lot of work, right? Right. So these are 4 examples I've given to you that yes, you can actually try out today. Today, yeah. So I like to add that just because you're going to be earning more money does not mean that you're going to be keeping more money, right? Just because you're going to be earning more money does not mean that you're going to be keeping more money. If you're not intentional, if you do not have a plan, if you do not tell your money exactly where you want it to go, it's going to be the same cycle of how your 100K was never enough for you, your 500K would not be enough for you, your 1 million, your 1.5 million is not going to be enough for you. I'm not swearing for anybody, oh, please, oh. I'm just telling you the truth because there's something called lifestyle inflation. There's something called being able to manage your money properly. There's something being able to to give your money direction. If right now with our 100K, both of us know that we're earning 100K together, and we cannot tell our 100K where we want it to go, there's no magic you want to do. When you have 1.5 million, you still have to come and meet a financial advisor to be able to find your way around it, to be able to manage this money properly. So please and please, as you're listening to me right now, ensure that you are taking notes, you are looking at ways to implement this for yourself because I'm doing my part of the bargain. I am telling you what to do. I am telling you how to do it. If you do not do it, I'm sorry, there's nothing else I can do. So I want to know if people are following me. I think I've been speaking for like 5, 10 minutes. Hit check. Send me some fire emoji if you're here with me. I want to see the chats. Yes, Joyce, thank you very much. So, I think what we have on the screen is how do you start with any income? And I've talked about 5K. I talked about 5K earlier. So we're going to use 10K and we're going to use 20K. So if you can save 10,000, I believe that if you are able to keep 10,000, even if it is from your alawi, just in case you want to lie and say that, oh no, I'm a copper, I cannot do this. You can actually be able to keep your 10K. I think Alawi has now turned to 77K. So yes, you can keep 10K out of that Alawi and pretend that your Alawi is 67K and live on your 67K while building your wealth silently. So let's say you keep 10,000 naira every month for 10 years. Oh no, for 5 years. We're using 5 years, right? You have over 800,000 naira, and that money could actually grow more than that. It could actually grow more than that, depending on what type of asset that you have put it into. And if you decide that it's okay, you want to be keeping 20K, that is 1.6 million. In fact, I just remember that there was last month, I made a post about how you can be a billionaire. You can be a billionaire by simply keeping 200,000 naira every single month for 35 years at 12% or 10%, one very funny low percentage. And you're going to have over a billion naira when it's time for retirement. And I know somebody, there was one man that came to tell me, I say a man, he came to tell me that, the 1 billion naira in that time is not going to have value as a now. But I want to ask a question. How many of us have 1 billion naira right now? In 65 years, how many of us we have 1 billion naira? In fact, I'm even going too far. Right now, as we are here, two of us, oh, not two of us, all of us. How many billionaires do we know? I'm not talking about people that are in politics. How many billionaires do we know? Not a lot. I can tell you for a fact that I think I only know maybe like one person who is a billionaire. As I'm here, I'm not talking about $1 and the like. So I'm talking about actual human that I know that is a billionaire. So now, if you want to tell me that in 20, 30, 35 years, the money is not going to have value, I want to tell you that there are a lot of us that will not have that money in that time. So if you have the knowledge, you have the capability, you're able to stay the course, then by all means, you should. By all means, I promise you, you should. Right? So I see people laughing in the chat, but you people should tell me the truth. How many of us here now know a billionaire? If you know a billionaire, I'm gonna come to your house this night. We have to be friends because I need to be friends with that your billionaire friend. Right? So can you see how this small money grows over time? 10K here, 20K here, 50K, depending. See, 5K say, 5K say would do a lot of money when it comes to growth, when it comes to helping you build the life that you want for yourself, right? So I like to always emphasize on the fact that it doesn't matter that the money is small. Now that all of us are broke, because even me, I'm broke. Now that all of us are broke right now, this is the poorest you are ever going to be. I'm going to repeat that again. As you are here, as you're listening to me, this is the poorest you are ever going to be. Now imagine that you have this tool, you have this knowledge, as let's say as broke as we are, and then we earn more money, we grow in our careers, we get better with our money. Imagine how better you would be doing with your finances. Tell me, just tell me, do you think you'll be doing better with your finances now that you have this information that I've been sharing on this call? I need to know. We have to run. I've told you put too many stories. We're out of time. A lot better. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's move on, please. Better. Right? So you can see how this money grows over time. But then again, remember I started with telling my story about how I lost money. So I'm going to tell you why people lose money. A lot of people lose money because they invest blindly. So why PhD will tell you that go and invest in mutual fund. You will carry your two left leg. Kiki. You go and invest. No knowledge about the mutual fund. No idea about whether you're going to be earning capital gain or dividend or how frequently you're going to be earning the interest that you are meant to earn. Nothing. Why PhD said it, you bought it. Viam, you lose money because you do not know that if you're putting too little money and you're paying too many management fee, they will collect, sorry, excuse me. They're going to collect money they're going to collect processing fee, management processing fee when you want to withdraw the money on your what's it called, on your interest. They're going to collect money for you to invest. Like when you want to pay in the money, you're going to pay a processing fee. It might be a tiny amount of money. You lose money. Then there are a lot of you. It is Dangote that is raining. All of you, carry your two left leg, run towards Dangote. Let me just tell you something that a lot of people will not tell you. If a stock is already popular, it might not be the best time to buy it. Fine, there's no best time because it's good for you to always invest so you can end up enjoying dollar cost averaging, especially if you've done your research. But if a particular investment is too popular at a particular point in time, I can remember when Bitcoin hit 100K, a lot of people ran there and then it dipped. The same people now ran away and now it went back up. See, don't follow the hype. Don't be following people blindly because they said it's working, then you will not run there. You need to be able to make a sound decision for yourself. Because one of the reasons why I actually even lost money, I didn't do enough due diligence. Oh, a family friend of mine, I'll say like a cousin, not exactly a cousin, told me, oh, this one was working. This is me, I've made money. My friend has made money. I did not understand the business. I just saw that, okay, this business is running in Lagos. I've seen their bikes. I've seen them doing this. Okay, let me put my money. Meanwhile, it was a high volatility business, meaning it was really high risk, and I had no business putting all of my life savings in a high risk investment at that point in time. I followed kitty kata kitty and threw away all of my life savings. And then what you will see on the screen, the Ponzi promises, how they will come to the church, how they will tell you it is MLM, how they will tell you they cannot explain the business model. They cannot explain how you're making the money. They cannot explain the sustainability. There is no licensing from the SEC, from the CBN. There is nothing to hold on to. If anything goes wrong, you're just going to invest based on this person said I've earned, so I can also earn. Just like that. Ponzing, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Most of these things that we fell for. CBEX, Rastelli, I can't remember the name of that one. There's one other popular one. MMM was that popular one. A lot of them, I think Twin Class, there was one that Oviaza. Yeah, I did the research. I saw that one. Oviaza, be something like that. Because they robbed Peter to pay Paul, and now they cannot pay Brother Barnabas. And Brother Barnabas and Peter will lose money. Only Paul made money at the end of the day. No licensing, nobody to hold. Most of the times, the founders will run away. Most of the time, the founders will run away and go to a private island, and you are there wishing what could have gone wrong. Right? And then I think the last one, it lies in between you not knowing realistic returns and you going after greed, because currently, because of the NPR and what's happening in the economy, we have a lot of high interest currently going on. In fact, I think because they reduced the interest rate, one bank already said to me that they reduced their own interest rate. But a lot of our fintechs, a lot of our banks have not started reducing their interest rate yet because they're still watching the economy to know what the next step is most likely going to be. Now, this thing is, or rather, all of these things I just mentioned are things that you as an individual can literally avoid, because you need to ensure that you know why you are putting your money into a particular investment, whether or not it suits your personality, which is like your risk appetite and your risk tolerance, whether it is suitable for you at a particular point in time. Because if you're in your 60s, you have no business going into a high risk venture. If you're in your 20s, it is fine for you to go into high risk because you still have a bit of time. You might be working for another 30 to 40 years. So if you lose money for 15 years, you will wake up one day and you have another 25 years to go, right? So it is better for you to learn than to guess. Like, it is way, way better for you to just kulele, calm down and choose. Okay, I understand fixed income, I'm going to go for it. I understand stocks, I'm going to go for it. I understand real estate, I'm going to go for it. I understand whatever you understand, you go for it. But you need to learn. You need to be sure of what you're doing, because you see all of these things I mentioned. There's so many apps you can download. You can invest in them. There's so many ways to start now. 5K brokerages. You don't even need to go into any what they call these people, brokerage houses, to get started anymore with your phone right now. Like I said, on Monday you can start. If you decide to download Trove today, download Bamboo today, set up your account. But on Monday, bad as the bad, you've already been verified. If you download Afri Invest, but on Monday, bad as the bad, you've gotten your CSCS account, your CHN account. You're good to start your investing journey. Treasury bills you can buy on this app. Stocks you can buy. Mutual funds you can buy. If you're already someone who saves, you use PiggyVest, you use CarryWise, they have investment options on this different platform that you can actually start with. So what is stopping you? So I've gotten a lot of people that have asked me over and over and over, oh, please show me the way. Oh, please, this is the right step to take. Oh, how do I know I'm not making a mistake? And because of this, over time, I have now created something called the School of Investing Bootcamp so that people will stop asking questions. Because I've realized that I needed to put all of these things into a step-by-step guide. And one of those guides I've created, I don't know how many of you have gotten it, it's the What Stock Should I Buy? If you're interested in the stock market, you need to buy that book. That book is just 5K, ordinary 5K, about 60-something pages, over 60 questions that I answered. See, there is a question you have in your head right now. Guess what? I answered it in that book because I had to painstakingly go through my Instagram DM, my WhatsApp community to look for questions that people have asked over and over again. And I created this into that particular ebook. But that is not enough for you because you might actually be interested in stocks, treasury bills, mutual funds, bonds, ETFs, index funds, and you can get to learn about all of this via the School of Investing Bootcamp. So with the information that you have today like this, you can actually start your investing journey quietly, simply, with your 5K every month, with your 10K every month, your 50K every month. You're good to go. Pick an asset, pick something that is diversified, that you don't have to do a lot of research, understand the interest, understand the red flags, understand what you should take note of, what you should not take note of, and you're good. But if you're like, oh no, I need something that is more practical, that is more intuitive, that would walk me through A, B, C, D. This is what you should do. This is the pros. This is the cons. Then the School of Investing Bootcamp is where you want to run. Like, I mean, run. So the last time I had the School of Investing Bootcamp, I had it 1 weekend, 2 days. But this time, I have revamped the curriculum. I've put it all better, like it's way better now, and it's going to run for 2 weekends. And there's going to be 8 different modules. Yeah, this is our part 2. There are going to be 8 different modules in the School of Investing Bootcamp. 8 solid modules. So you're going to learn about money, wealth, and mindset. Why do rich people have money? And why do I not have money? You are going to find out. There is the fixed income assets, the stock market, there is the real estate, there is the index fund, there's the ETF, there are mutual funds, treasury bills, bonds, all of these things. I explained them module by module. I explained them in a way that you would be able to understand it without stressing yourself. You'll be able to understand it without thinking too much. And for this class to like make a whole lot more sense, there is a pre-recorded part. So the pre-recorded part would be dropped like every week. You're going to get that in your email. So on the platform, on learning management software, you're going to get a drip course where you're going to be getting, okay, learn about this now, learn about this. And then on weekend 1, we're going to walk through a lot of these things. We're going to walk through all of these things where I'm going to also be answering questions. And then we're going to go home with our workbooks, with our templates. And then on weekend 2, we're going to come again for another live call, live demonstration, where you're going to know how to pick stocks, how to start with your small 50K. What can you buy realistically with 50K? What can you buy with 10K? How can you manage your risks by yourself? How do you ensure that at the end of the day, you are doing what works for you? You're not doing what works for Oluchukwu. You're not doing what works for Jennifer. You're not doing what works for Zainab. You're doing what works for Hepzibah. You're doing what works for Aminat, not what works for Oluchukwu. And then you're also going to learn how to build your own portfolio and track this same portfolio by yourself. So at the end of the day, you're going to be living as a pro, because this is going to be for those who are beginners up to people that are pros. And then this is what you're going to get in the bootcamp, right? But that's not all. Like, you're going to have access to resources, a red flag checklist. So you're not sure if that investment that your brother and sister is telling you to invest in, if it is good enough. Whether it is 2 years time you decide to go and pick up that investing red flag checklist, you're going to be able to answer questions one after the other, tick off the boxes, and know whether or not that particular investment is good for you at a particular point in time. And then there's a stock research checklist where you want to do research about a stock, or you don't want to disturb Oluchukwu. So you take that resource and you read and you match, and then you do the decision tree where you now know whether or not you want to buy a particular stock, whether foreign, whether Nigerian. It works the same way. And there's also going to be a free portfolio tracker. There's going to be small capital, but this is one that has, like, if you have 50K, this is what you can buy, this is where you can buy it, this is what you should buy. And the one that I know that a lot of you love the most, like from people from the last bootcamp, was the top 28 investment picks. So I listed stocks, I listed index funds, I listed ETFs that you can go ahead and buy. 28 different assets that you can decide to buy there and there after the class. But if this was all that I had to offer, I would have been happy. But no, I don't like peace. I said we will do this thing together. We are going to learn together. So I created a community and support group. So it's going to be for a minimum of a month, up to 3 months, where if you have questions from the class, you will ask on that group. Right now, in the last group, someone already even created another group where they are having conversations, they are accountable to each other, they are ensuring that nobody is falling behind, and they are giving reports that, okay, this is what we are doing, this is what I'm starting with, this is what I bought. There's somebody who is always the one that is always finding new things. From Stanbic IBTC, she brought it in. Like, people are doing proper research, bringing it in and vetting it, telling them, is this a good pick? No, it is not a good pick. Go and read about, check this place. You're going to understand why I said this. And this is not all of it, because you're not going to be learning alone. So one thing that I've realized over the past half decade is that learning with people who have the same mindset would always work. Like, it is the fastest shortcut to anything that you are looking for. It is the fastest shortcut to anything that you are looking for. So what is my offer to you today? Because I said I had a gift. My gift is at the end. But what is my offer to you today? If I decided that, oh, I wanted to just teach only these 8 modules, I'm going to teach it at simple 85K. It's going to be live. It's going to be recorded. You're going to get a recorded version of the live session. You're going to get pre-recorded sessions as well. Free. If I wanted to charge you money, 75K is okay for me. I'm not greedy. I'm not a bad person, right? The tools and templates, about 8 of them. If I wanted to sell it, let's say 5K, 7K, 10K, I just say, okay, together, lifetime access, because you download it, you keep it on your phone, your laptop, whatever you want to do with it, yeah, for 50K. If I decided to charge you, stay in the community where I'm going to be answering your questions whenever you pop up, whether it's 1 a.m. you ask the question, or it is 8 a.m. you ask the question, it's going to be at 30K per month. But then I decided to add all of this together. You are meant to pay 155K, 170K. That's not too much for somebody to ask to give you this amount of value. Do you agree with me? Is that too much? Do you think it is too much? It is not. Where's my chat? I can't find my chat. Ah! Okay, yeah. But either ways, I believe it's not too much. But the whole School of Investing Bootcamp is going to be going for just 50,000 naira. Would you believe me if I told you it was going for 50,000 naira? Tell me. Tell me, would you believe me if I told you it was going for 50,000 naira? I'm looking for the chart. Can't find it. Okay. I believe. Divine, I'm here to tell you that it is not going for 50,000 naira. It's going for less. It is going for less than 50,000 naira. Would you believe it? 8 different modules, community support up to 3 months, um, templates, over 8 templates that you have access to, live recordings, live class, drip courses pre-recorded. All of these things will not be going for 155,000. It will not be going for 50,000. It is going to be going for 35,000 naira. But because you are here today, when I open registration on the 16th of October, I think that's next week. I'm not sure when. Next week Thursday, next week Wednesday. It's going to be for 35,000 naira. But because each and every one of you stayed here to this time, this particular course would not be going for any of these prices that you are seeing here. It's not going to go for 155K. It's not going to go for 50K. It's not going to go for 35K because you are here today. All these things I've mentioned, everything all together, is going to go for 32,500 naira only, instead of 50,000, instead of 35,000. Because you're here today, you can pay 32,050 naira for the next 24 hours. So now, if you decide to opt in today, I have a gift for you. This is why I said, if you stay to the end, I definitely would have a gift for you. If you stay to the end, this is a gift for only those who stayed till this time. So you're going to have access to the replay for as long as it is online. You're going to have access to a private accountability group. But most importantly, those people who sign up today, only 10 people. I don't think I can do more than that. Only 10 people are going to have personalized portfolio review, meaning that I will walk you through your portfolio. So while everybody else is in the group, doing the group thing, on the live call, doing demo, you are going to be getting a personalized portfolio review. But it has a catch. If you sign up in the next 24 hours, you will be getting a personalized portfolio. So your own investment portfolio that you want to start. Whether you're starting with 5K, you're starting with 1K, you're starting with 100K, 1 million, because you sign up for this particular bootcamp today, you're going to get this particular bonus for yourself. And one thing I've noticed in life is that waiting always costs more. Waiting costs way more than any other thing that you know. Like, you're wasting time. So there's some of you that say, I don't have money, I'm busy, maybe next time. Guess what? The last time we had the School of Investing Bootcamp, it was not this price, it was cheaper. The next time we're going to have the School of Investing Bootcamp, it is going to be more expensive than this, because waiting costs money. Waiting costs opportunities. That certification course you're supposed to take that you've not taken, it is costing you more than you know. Taking this particular course to learn how to invest so you can vet your investment, 2026, you become a standard investor, importer, exporter. You are costing yourself a lot of money that you should not lose. And I lost money the hard way. And the reason I lost that money over a decade ago is so that you that is listening to the sound of my voice right now do not have to lose money. You do not have to make the same mistake that I made for myself by myself. So if you're interested in taking this opportunity, just take a screenshot of this page right now. Take a screenshot of this page right now. Send me the receipt of payment on what's it called, on WhatsApp. Once you do your payment, once you've taken this fast action bonus, after 24 hours, if you send me this particular amount, which is 32,500 naira, I will refund you your money. I'm gonna send you back your money. So if you're interested in having all the things I've mentioned today and also having a personal portfolio review, go ahead and pay 32,500 to the Providus account, your Personal Finance Girl Limited, to the account on the screen. So just screenshot it so that you're not missing out on anything. Money is a tool, but it is not a tool for only bills. It is a tool for you to build the life that you want for yourself. It is a tool for you to be able to make decisions whenever you want. It is a tool for you to be able to grow your finances to the extent that your dividends would be paying your bills. And I'm already doing that. I already have dividends that literally pay my bills, and you too can achieve that. And one way you can do that is by joining the School of Investing Bootcamp so that you have the right knowledge that you need for yourself at every single point in time. So the bootcamp is a 2-week bootcamp. It's a 2-week bootcamp. It includes live classes, it includes recorded classes, and it includes what's the last one? It includes resources, templates. But if you decide to join in today, you're going to be getting, okay, someone already paid. Actually just got distracted by that. So someone already paid right now for this class. So please send me a message right away so that I can lock in your spot for the private portfolio review. Someone already just paid right now. So send in your name, your email to my WhatsApp so that I can lock in your portfolio review when we have the bootcamp. So now that we've gotten to this junction, if you're interested, just take a screenshot and make payments in the next 24 hours. See, if you make payments after 24 hours, you're going to be getting a refund. I'm not, you're going to be getting a refund. So screenshot this and make your payment before 9 p.m. tomorrow to lock your spot for the personal portfolio. And you're going to have, I'm going to send you my WhatsApp number right now, 8543. Yeah. I sent you my WhatsApp. Oh, this is the wrong one. I sent you my WhatsApp number to the group. I sent you my WhatsApp number right now. Save it, take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to see you on the other side of wealth. I repeat, you have 24 hours, and I believe that those who are going to be making the decision to join this bootcamp are going to be getting the best value. So I actually genuinely wish that somebody held my hand when I lost money years ago. I genuinely wish that I knew who I was supposed to ask questions to. I genuinely wish that I did not have to learn by myself, because all these things I'm going to be teaching you, it took me 10 good years. I'm telling you, 10 years. The year I lost money was 2015, 2016. Up until now, I've continued learning and learning and learning. So it is more or less like a shortcut. You're taking 10 years of my life for as good as free. So you'll see the difference. Don't worry. You're going to see the difference between you yourself now and yourself later after the bootcamp. The bootcamp is going to start on November 1. The early bird is going to start on October 16th. And by October 26th, the price is going to change to 50,000. So if you don't lock in now, if you don't lock in your spot now, I've done my part. So now that we've gotten to this junction, I'm going to ask, does anybody have questions? Does anybody have questions? Let me see. This is the part where we have questions. Oh, we don't have questions on this slide though. Sorry, oh. Oh yeah, we have questions on this slide. So go ahead and ask your questions. I'm very happy to answer your questions. Oh, this is my touch screen. I've never been so pained I don't have to spend on the spot, but I guess I'll get it right. Yes, please don't worry. You can join the early bird. So for you to be able to benefit from the early bird waitlist, so this is how it works. I'm going to be giving priority to people who signify interest. Not everybody is going to have the payment link to pay by the 16th. Only those on the wait list will have the payment link to pay. So I'm going to get the link to the wait lists so that those that do not think they can meet up will just join the wait list, and you have until by October 16th to 26th to make your payment with the early bird fee. After that, the price goes up, and only those with the payment link will be able to make payment. So don't worry, I'm joining my faith with yours that you'll be able to join us for this cohort. I'll be rooting for you. I definitely will be rooting for you. So Is there a WhatsApp group for those of us who may be on the wait list or unable to make up the payment? So there is no WhatsApp group. What I have is a wait list. So hold on, let me grab the wait list for you. I'm going to send the wait list to okay. So I'm waiting for questions though. I'm waiting for questions aside questions about payments, questions from the lesson so far. Do you have questions about investment? Do you have questions about what we um what we learn, what we've talked about, things to invest in, amount to start with? I mentioned apps that you can go ahead to invest in. So to this lady here, this is the link to join the wait list so that you would be among the first people to know when payment resumes. And you get a certificate after the bootcamp. No, this is a personal investment class. It is not a bootcamp where you literally you need a certificate for. So you don't need a certificate for this particular bootcamp. But don't worry, my name my name alone is enough because I'm certified by the CBN to be a financial literacy trainer. So can mutual funds be topped up with more money if you have? Yes. So you can top up your money every single day if that is what you want to be doing. That okay, I want to be investing 5K every day on my mutual fund. You just need to know the platform that you're using. Are you using Carrywise? Are you using Stanbic? Are you using Meristem? Are you using ARM? Just look for a way that you can automate this payment, or just go ahead the same way you want to transfer money like that you spend. You can just go and top up your mutual funds whenever you want to. Ma, please name those apps you mentioned earlier for small investment. So I've mentioned Trove, I've mentioned Bamboo, I've mentioned Carrywise, I've mentioned Piggyvest, I've mentioned Investment One. Oh, I didn't mention Investment One. So Investment One, Stanbic, Meristem. Did I mention Trove? I mentioned Trove, yeah. Did I mention RiseVest? So another hack for you to know investment app is whatever bank that you are using currently, that bank most likely has an investment arm. So let's say you're using GT. GT has an investment arm and they have an investment app. If you're using UBA has an investment app and they have an investment arm and they have an investment app. So what bank are you using? Check if your bank has an investment app. Is there a list of apps to start investing in? No, there's no curated list, to be very honest. I did not create a resource on list. What I do is for people in the bootcamp, people who join the bootcamp, in the resources that you get, you would see the apps. You see, if you want to invest in treasury bills, I listed the names of apps you can use to get treasury bills. If you want to invest in fixed income, I listed the names of apps you can use to get. If you want to get stocks, you want to get mutual funds, you want to get ETFs, I have a resource inside the bootcamp that you would get access to. So for every other person, it is not together. So the way I've just listed it out, you can actually go download any of these apps and start your investing journey, right? So Divine is asking, please, what were the apps you mentioned? Okay, I just mentioned them again. Yeah, RiseVest is also among the app. And then another hack that I have is you want to go on my YouTube channel, right? On my YouTube, I have videos about apps. If I have video about an app, then you want to watch the video and you want to find out what investment you can do on those apps. I promise you, even I made a video about real estate. There's so many apps you can use to start your real estate journey. You also want to check that out on YouTube. It's there, but you would have to like source for it. Can you recommend the best app we can start and download investing as we can, like mutual funds? I mentioned apps and apps and apps. Download one of them. Do your KYC. BVN, NIN, passports, proof of address, and start your journey. See, there's no best app. You just need an app that would work for you to fulfill your need at that particular point in time, right? So Clara, so yeah, thank you, Toby. You corrected her spelling. I currently have Piggyvest. Is that good enough? And how do I go about it? So Piggyvest has an investment section. Piggyvest is mostly known for the saving part, but they also have an investment section. The only thing is that there's not always investment open because they open different type of investment. There's debt, there's real estate, there's agriculture. So depending on where you are at that particular point in time, depending on your depending on the investment that is available by the PiggyVest company, that's the global company, that is where you would know what you want to do. But for PiggyVest, you can get high yield savings accounts, you can get different type of savings, from saving for a target to saving, like you get a lot of things on PiggyVest, but as well as investment, but the investment is not always readily readily available, right? Please, what apps were the apps you mentioned again? Okay, I think I already mentioned that twice, so I do hope that you got that. And I don't know if any other person has any other question aside app. So I'm going to go over it again since I've seen it 3 times. Apps: Trove, Bamboo, PriceVest, Carrywise, Mary Stem, Stanbic, AfriInvest, Invest One, I Invest. What was this other people's zone? I can't remember their name. There's so many of them, right? Like I said, a hack that you can use to know these things is to check through your regular bank account and see if they have an investment platform you can use. So I'd love to find out. Okay, someone has even listed, Toby, kudos, well done, sharp guy. Toby is a lady, oh, sorry, guys. But anyways, I'd love to know if anybody has any more questions. I'm very happy to answer your questions regarding the session, regarding the boot camp. I'm very happy to answer them. Someone else has paid again. I think 2 more people just paid. Let me see. Someone else has taken their spot. So I only have 8 spots left. For guiding people through personalized portfolio review, because that is one of the benefits of attending today's session. Aside knowing all of these things, you can now get a personalized portfolio review. I only have 8 of those. And guess what? This 8 spots is not available to people that are not on. It's not even available for people on the wait list. First things first. It's only available for people who take action today. So if it's only 2 people that took action, it's only 3 people, it's only 5 people, those are the only 5 people I'm going to give personalized portfolio review to, alongside every other thing. So what is a portfolio exactly? So a portfolio is your investment in total. Let me explain that again. So now, like I mentioned, I have assets that are both tangible and not tangible. I have things like land, I have things like gold, I have things like stocks, I have things like mutual funds, right? Those are the things in my portfolio, my investment portfolio. So it could range from anything. Some people don't have land, but they have treasury bills. Some people don't have stocks, but they have mutual funds. So your portfolio is the different sort of assets that you as a person have in your portfolio, in your as your assets. I just repeated in your portfolio again, as your assets. So these are things that you have as a person has. Do you understand, Divine? So what are your thoughts about investing in gold? Me, I don't joke with gold though. So who asked this question? Akin, I can't pronounce your name, but I'll just say Akin. Akin, I have gold. I have gold, physical gold, I have virtual gold, right? So I tried doing stashes of physical gold, but now I've lost my gold necklace and I've calmed down, I've moved to virtual gold. But yeah, gold is an absolute OG when it comes to investment. So one thing that you would want to do when you have your investment portfolio, when you start when you have good money, is that you want to have some different type of investment, not a lot. You could just have like 3 to 5. So that, let's say a particular economy isn't doing well, a particular asset class isn't doing well. Maybe it's you had crude oil in your portfolio and crude oil tanked the time like when crude oil went down. But you had real estate. Crude oil could be going down and real estate could be going up. Sometimes every other thing could be going down and some other things will be going up, depending on the balance, or depending on the the type of assets that you have in your portfolio. So you want to have different things, from different type of assets, from traditional to the current new ones that we have, right? So I have different things in my portfolio. I have different things that I hold for different reasons, because of different things, because of different things I'm trying to achieve. So yeah, personally, gold is in my portfolio. Personally, I invest in gold. I invest in both physical and the virtual ones, like the ones that these different platforms offer us for different reasons. But now I've learned the hard way to chill on the physical one, because that's the only danger of investing in physical gold. You can lose it. And I think I've thrown away maybe like 200 or 300K because I can't find my necklace and my pendant. And compared to when I bought it at I bought my gold at around one gram at was it 42,000, because I bought 22 carats. And now one gram of 18 carats, which is the less size, around 150 something K. So imagine the heartache of losing something that valuable. So these are the things I will talk about in the bootcamp, about pros, about cons of different investments you want to take note of. So we've overshot our time. I'm very grateful to everyone who stayed to this time. I want to find out if you got value from the session. I want to find out if you'll be interested in joining the bootcamp. Please, can you make use of the chat and let me know, because I don't see any more questions, right? Did you get value for your time? Did you enjoy spending your evening with me? We spent 1 hour 30 minutes together. Yeah, 1 hour 30 minutes together, because we started at 8:05. So did you get value for your time? Did you enjoy today's session? Are you taking away anything? Would you be implementing? So I would like to know. Please, can we have the recording? Do I want to give out the recording? I'm not sure. I would think about it. Toby, should I give out the recording? I don't want to give out the recording. But yeah. So I've seen value. If anyone joins many app, we they give. Yeah, so I noticed that there's a problem with our general system now in Nigeria, because I think I have 2 CSCS accounts, and that means I have 2 CHN accounts, which I don't even understand how that is possible yet. So I'm going to try and see if I can raise it up with stakeholders in the industry to let them know that we are having multiple apps, and it means that we're having multiple accounts. But it's the only good thing is it's still your BVN they are using, and it is still your name. So I feel like it's something around how you can have multiple accounts with multiple commercial banks. I'm not sure about, at the moment, I'm not sure about if that is the case with the CHN and the CSCS, because now currently I have multiple CSCS accounts. So since that has been allowed, it could be a case of you're pretty much having the same way you have First Bank, GT, Optimus. I think that is the case, right? So multiple investment app, multiple CHN accounts. Yeah. So sorry about your fiscal. Yeah, well, we count our losses. Yes, I got value. See you in the boot camp. Yay. So, okay, another one. Yeah, see you at the boot camp. Okay, okay. So I saw this meeting on Idea 8 p.m. this evening. Glad I joined. I'm so glad you joined. I'm super glad you joined. So how does the new tax law? So currently you're only charged on your income. So depending on how much you earn in dividend, because the tax law is by amount. So from 0 to 800K, you get 0, right? So except you now go and declare and all of your income is above 800, then the different percentages start to apply. So if you're earning 0 to 800 and you earn dividend, you're going to get zero naira taxed. Yeah. So that applies as it goes higher. Right. So how much is the boot camp and when are we starting? So the boot camp officially starts on the 1st of November. However, registration opens on October 16th. However, if you are currently in this class listening to the sound of my voice, you have until 9 p.m. tomorrow to get a fast action bonus, which allows you to pay only 32,500 naira for the 2-week boot camp. In this 2-week boot camp, you're going to be having 8 different modules, 8 different templates, a support group, and also if you get access to the fast action bonus, you're going to be having me review your portfolio for you after the bootcamp. So I hope that answers your question, Jerry. And thank you all so much for spending the evening with me. I love that you got value. Super delighted to have hosted you. And I cannot wait to see you at the top where we'll be counting our millions together. So see you very soon. Bye, guys.
If I could get the shot back, I would be home in the morning. I'd wake up.